ensuring that you have consistent flow of income in retirement, ensuring that you do not invest your retirement corpus in any wrong place, and ensuring that your money gets passed on smoothly to your dependents and has grown over and above inflation are very few and key components of retirement planning. Folks, welcome to the channel. My name is Niraj and I talk about personal finance and credit cards on YouTube. Today, we are going to talk about the investment strategies that one can use in their retirement to ensure that they have consistent income, they have set aside money for their healthcare needs, and money also grows at rates over and above inflation so that the money, if left over, can be passed on to your dependents so that whatever excess money you will leave behind will passed on to your kids smoothly. All right, so we are going to talk about different investment products and the related strategies that you should be using as far as your retirement planning is concerned. So we'll start with the fixed income space. Idea is that this money should be able to give you monthly income. And what are the suitable products? We are going to talk about all the products and see which one is suitable for you and what is not suitable for you, and lastly, how to think about these things. So if you are someone who does not have any active income during retirement, then fixed income products become your first point of investment, simply because you can earn a decent rate of return and not pay any taxes on them and take care of your monthly day-to-day needs. So you will have to first figure out how much money you are spending on a monthly and yearly basis, and then calculate how much money should I park in fixed income investments, which will give me a regular monthly interest income. Now, the thing is that if your expenses exceed say 12 lakh rupees per year, okay, and you want an income of more than 12 lakh rupees per year, then you may end up in 10% tax bracket. So then you might have to use strategies of interest income plus systematic withdrawal plans from mutual funds to ensure that the overall income does not exceed the limits set, so that you don't end up paying any taxes. So once you have figured how much money you need, right, you can consider instruments like a fixed deposit in any bank, senior citizen savings scheme which is backed by the government of India, post office monthly income schemes, corporate bonds, or your normal SWPs through mutual funds by investing in fixed income mutual funds. Let us talk about 5 of these products step by step and see what is suitable and what is not suitable. Coming to fixed deposits, most suitable product, but you have to ensure that you are not investing in a smaller bank, because guys, you have worked very hard to earn this money. You've worked all your life. You don't want to be putting this money at risk at all. So what you have to do is just go to a big bank. It can be SBI, HDFC, ICICI, Kotak, Axis. Go to these banks only and stick to these banks. Do not go to a cooperative bank. Do not go to a smaller bank which gives you a higher interest rate. Do not fall in the trap of high interest rates. Okay. All these banks will give you a better rate than a normal person because you're a senior citizen, so you will get somewhere higher rate, like somewhere between 0.25% to 0.5%. What you have to do is create a fixed deposit with the bank. Now, when you see the interest rate chart of the bank, right, you will see that the tenures and the interest rates are different. So you can find the tenure for which you get the maximum interest rate and go for that tenure. Now you can instruct the bank as to at what frequency you need the money in your bank account. It can be monthly, quarterly, or half yearly or yearly. Generally, monthly is recommended. Once you've done that, set up your FD and the money will start flowing in every month. It is as simple as that. So that's how your fixed deposits work. Now, senior citizen savings scheme is another great product which should be considered by senior citizens because it is backed by Government of India. The maximum tenure is 5 years. You get 8.2% interest rate as of today. So you can lock in the interest rate as well, and then you can create a monthly income from that as well. I think the payment frequency is not monthly, it's quarterly. Just check and let me know, comment and tell me. Now, coming to the third product, post office monthly income scheme is also a scheme which is similar to a FD in a bank, wherein you put it in a fixed deposit and you get the money regularly from the post office. You can go for it if you are comfortable with post office and not with banks. This is also completely safe. The fourth option is your SWPs through mutual funds. Now, SWPs through mutual funds can be done, but you have to ensure that you understand the fixed income mutual fund space because it is very, very complicated. You can start with liquid funds and overnight funds, which are completely safe, to long-term bond funds, which are volatile and the value of the fund will move according to the changes in interest rate. So you are better off sticking to shorter duration funds if you are not aware about how to pick these funds. However, if you are someone who wants to take an exposure to longer tenure bonds and also also want to earn a little bit more than your FD, then you should work with a financial advisor. You can reach out to us and talk to us and figure out where to invest so that you can make these earnings. Now, the next product that we're going to talk about is corporate fixed deposits. So corporate fixed deposits also can pay somewhere between 7.5% to 12 to 15%, right? So the bonds that are the corporate FDs, the corporate bonds that are paying you 7 to 8% are largely safe in nature compared to those that are paying 12 to 15%. However, it is again a complex space because there are so many options to pick from. So better that you avoid this and you just stick to your good old fixed deposits in the fixed income space. Now we've sorted your monthly income through fixed income fixed income investments. You also need to set aside some money for healthcare needs. If you're not covered by health insurance, you should definitely take a health insurance. Comment and just let me know if you want me to do a separate video on the strategies that a senior citizen should follow for their health insurance needs, and we will definitely work on one for you. So once you've set aside your health insurance, also set aside some money for healthcare needs, because health insurance will not cover everything. So you can just set aside say 6 to 12 months of expenses as your healthcare fund, and this can also be put in FD if you are not exceeding the tax limits. Otherwise, a short-term mutual fund is also good. Then, so emergency fund is sorted. Emergency fund is basically your healthcare fund. Your income is sorted through fixed income investments, your regular income that you need to meet your expenses. Now, what about the leftover money? Where should we invest this? So here the idea should be that your money grows at rates over and above inflation, because this is the money you will definitely not need for the next 5 to 7 years at least. Only if interest rates come down or because of inflation expenses have gone up, that's when you will need to withdraw some money and put it in a fixed income investment, right? So here what you can do is first understand your risk appetite. Are you okay with 100% equity exposure, or do you want to play in hybrid funds like a balanced advantage fund, multi-asset fund, and so on, right? Based on your risk appetite, you can make your investment. The best strategy to do is either stick to categories like flexi cap or hybrid categories like your balanced advantage category, aggressive hybrid category, or multi-asset category. These are great categories. These are very good categories to invest in. Now, another thing to note is you can also create a SWP facility wherein every month income flows from your mutual fund to your bank account. This has to be done under the guidance of someone knowledgeable, only because it might need a lot of work as to which funds are better to ensure that SWP is done. And then there are funds in the income distribution and capital withdrawal category as well, wherein money will hit your bank account, and this option is available largely across all mutual funds, 100% equity funds also, and also with debt oriented funds. But SWP becomes a better strategy from tax point of view. The next thing to look at is annuities. You will be sold pension plans from banks. Okay, what you have to do is just say no to all these pension plans. Firstly, your money will get locked in. Second, the return that these pension plans provide is lower than your FD rate of return. So you don't need these pension plans at all in your portfolio. So a strict no for pension plans. The other option for you to invest and create a monthly income is through investment in real estate. Real estate has two advantages. One is that you will get appreciation. Second is that you can create a consistent monthly income. But the problems are multifold. First problem is picking the right property, right, which will also appreciate and give you a rental income consistently in the long run. The second downside is managing the property, right, repairs and maintenance. Do you have enough energy to do that? Third problem is ensuring that your tenant is paying on time, tenant is a good tenant, and finding the right tenants also. So all of this is a lot of work. So real estate also becomes very complex and probably not a preferred option for those who have retired and have a lump sum money to invest. Because if you want real estate exposure, just do it through mutual funds which invest in real estate investment trusts, and you will get that required exposure. The last option could be your mortgaging your own house in the form of reverse mortgage, wherein the banks will give you a monthly income in your bank account. So basically how this works is, if you don't have any financial assets at all, okay, because you've spent it in your kids' education or you have spent it for your kids' wedding. So now what may happen is you just have your own house. So there is an option by banks called reverse mortgage, wherein the bank will mortgage your house and bank will take the mortgage on their books, and what they will do is they will give you a monthly income as long as you are alive. Okay, so once you are no longer there, Then the bank will reach out to the descendants and ask them whether do you want to pay back the money which your parents have owed to us, or should we sell the house and take the money, and whatever is left we will give it to you. So that option will be there with your kids. So this is not too prevalent in India and only should be done in very limited circumstances where you don't have many options to create an income. And the best thing to do is the last thing, wherein you should actively work in your retirement as well, because it not only keeps you mentally fit, it also helps in long-term financial planning. I'm not saying do a 9 to 5 job. All you have to do is just figure out something that can create an active income, give you monthly income, something that you enjoy, something that you can help you pass your time as well, and your retirement will be largely sorted. So let me know guys in the comment section what you think about this video, what kind of other videos should we make in the future, and as usual please do not forget to like, share and subscribe.